Now that is how you respond. We've had a really tough week. There's been a lot of talk. Can Arsenal really do it? Can they hopefully regain a 7-point lead against Leeds? And we've done it. And it was pretty convincing. A 4-0 win away at Leeds. And do you know what? Let's have a look at their recent fixtures, because I'm telling you now, it feels like weeks since I thought Leeds were doing quite poorly. As you can see here, if you take out that Newcastle loss and this Man City loss here, I mean, win, draw, draw, win, draw, 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 win. They've actually been on a pretty good run. And fair play to them, because it's not easy to come into the Premier League and instantly kind of attune to the higher physicality, the better quality. It's really not easy. And we've seen with Sunderland as well, they've adapted very nicely. Fair play to Leeds. But this is a 9-0 aggregate lead over the two games. I was there when we beat them 5-0 at the Emirates. I will remember that game for a long, long time. That was when Gyökeres scored that double as well. But yeah, I always thought this away game would be much tougher. And when you put the situation right now mixed in with this type of game at this moment, we have had a tough week. Okay, getting deservedly beaten by Manchester United, and then having the news just be completely tunnel visioning Arsenal and their title chances, and how poor they are, and we've misjudged how good they actually are, and we just gone shh and beaten Leeds. We just needed to win at all costs. And the fact that it's a 4-0 win, the fact that some players that have been talked about having better games today, that's happened. Havertz got 61 minutes under the belt, which is really good to see. And we need to talk about Odegaard. So first of all, let's just go through the 4 goals. I was really, really impressed with Zubamendi's goal. He's not the tallest, yet the way he positioned himself from that cross, brilliant. Is it a set-piece goal? It's a corner, it's come in. We've then recycled it because we couldn't score from the corner. We get out on the wing and whip it in and then score. Is it still a set piece? I don't know. But fair play to Zubamendi, because let's face it, big mistake against Manchester United, and not for the first time. We've had 3 goals conceded this year in the Premier League because of errors leading to goals, and he's caused 2 of them. So it was good to see him score again. And is that 4 goals he scored for Arsenal? And all of his goals seem to be really good. He's a good goal scorer. When it comes to scoring goals, they're always good ones. The second goal, I think I want to watch it back. I didn't see a particularly good replay, an angle. It's from a Madueke corner, and which, by the way, he got his first assist in the Premier League for Arsenal with the cross into Zubamendi. But then he's whipped in a corner. It looks like it was going in. And then Darlow's gone to punch it with both hands, and it's gone in somehow. Should that not be Madueke's goal? Is it any different to a shot hitting someone's knee but still going in if it was already on target? I don't know, but great corner from Madueke. And of course, there was the stat of a year since his last goal or an assist in the Premier League, so it's good that he's managed to do that today. Gyökeres, again, not the tidiest finish, but really well-worked goal. He scores it whilst being pulled backwards. I think that's really difficult to do. I was hoping when I saw it that it wouldn't be a scuffed goal in the replay, but it has kind of come off his shin a little bit. So not the most convincing finish, but I thought Gyökeres was pretty good today. And that's, of course, 3 goals now against Leeds. Very good. And then Jesus topped it off with a lovely little finesse shot into the bottom right corner. Possession-wise, very even, but what Leeds did with the possession they had compared to what we did with ours, completely different game. And you can see when you look at the stats, there was only one team that was going to win today. And I tell you what, we desperately needed that. You know, it's always the case of just get the win, right? In a situation like this where you've had a bad result, everyone's talking about your title chances, whatever. Just get the win. Who cares, right? But I do think it was equally important that we show people that we are still top for a reason. We are the best team in the Premier League so far this season. Whether you like it or not, we've got the most points. And today it was important not just to win, but also to play well. And we have played well. I really, really, really wish that was a goal from Madueke. What's it called when you score directly from a corner? Is it Olympico? Olympico, I think it might be. So the lineup was a little bit different today, and this is where we're going to talk about Odegaard. I was quite scathing of Odegaard in my last review, saying that he needs to be dropped, that we need to find a solution with Odegaard in the team that works, because right now it isn't. And this today has reinforced my thoughts, but I do need to wind it back a little bit, because what I will say is, okay, Havertz came in, and look, Havertz wasn't fantastic today, but you can see, as I said in the last review, he brings a bit more of a physical presence, a bit more of an aura. Horrible to play against. And no, I don't mean aura as in this new gen. Oh, look at him with his aura. I meant a physical aura. He is actually quite scary to play against, I can imagine. But Odegaard did come in for half an hour, and we scored 2 goals with him on the pitch, 2 goals with him off the pitch. And I thought he was pretty good when he came on. He did get an assist, the goal from Jesus, although Jesus did all the hard work realistically. But I think it's fair to say that my point that I made in the last review, it's still valid in my opinion. And that's the fact that I'm not saying Odegaard's a bad player. Of course I'm not. Odegaard on his day is technically one of the best players we've seen at Arsenal in a long time. I really, really do rate him very highly. But for whatever reason, with the change in the Premier League this year specifically, with all of the duels, the set pieces, the physicality, it's a lot tougher for Odegaard to really get involved because he's so weak. He's not strong enough. And with the way we play at the moment, we're suited without him. And we saw that. We did very well without him. Our purple patch this season was while he was injured. There's no denying it. There are facts there. There are stats there. We're a better side without Odegaard this season. So I do just want to reiterate that I think we should be dropping him. And Arteta dropped him today. And we looked good. We did. We looked absolutely fine. But the difference wasn't that crazy, because when he came on, we were fine as well. But I still think going into our next game, play Havertz. Let's make a point of this, because there's nothing more I would want than Odegaard to have a couple of games out of the squad, at least not starting, for it to put a fire in his belly, you know, and then maybe we play him in a slightly more advanced role where we're not needing his physicality. I don't want to see him dropping into this position here. I want him in this area, or if we're in this in the opposition's half, I want him on the edge of the box in these channels. I don't want him dropping deep and feeding those diagonal chip balls all the time. If we can get him kind of in a different system, I think it can work better. But what do I know? I'm not a coach like Arteta, but I think it's worth mentioning he came on and did, I think, pretty well. Really, really impressed with Madueke today, by the way, because he wasn't meant to start. Do you know, last night, you know, coming into this game, the whole squad is fully fit, other than Dowman, of course, but I wouldn't say he's a starter or even a main squad player still. So Marino's missing. Apparently he's got a problem with a bone in his foot. No idea if that means he could be out for a while. Hopefully it's not like a broken bone or something. So we lose Marino. I'm thinking, okay, so it's just one injury. It's not bad. And then in the warm-up, I see Saka's walking off the pitch back into the changing room, and Madueke is now training in the warm-up. So with very little warning, Madueke's been thrown in, and he did really, really well. But I'm just hoping the problem that Saka had isn't too serious. Did anyone else have like a superb game? Not really. I thought everyone just put in a really solid performance. There wasn't one player that really stood out to me. I'm just so happy we got the 4-0 win, because it's more than just a result today. It was a statement. You know, Leeds have been very, very good recently, and a lot of teams, including us, could easily turn up to Leeds and actually struggle a lot and potentially not win the game. And it's a great way to end the month, really. Let's have a look. After 24 games at the table, 2 wins in our last 5. Pretty shocking. I cannot believe we've gone through a couple of weeks where City have been dropping points, Villa have been dropping points, and we haven't taken advantage of it. But we've talked about that a lot, and we've done what we needed to do today. Hopefully Tottenham can do us a favour tomorrow when they take on City, And then it's a 7-point lead if Villa can lose to Brentford somehow as well. But I know I don't want to be disrespectful, but I just don't see Villa in the same light as I see City. Villa are, I think, very obviously going to be there or thereabouts fighting with the best, right? I just think eventually they are going to tail off a little bit, and that's just a prediction of mine. I just don't know if they're going to keep this high level that they're at for the entirety of the season, but fair play if they do. But strictly, right now, my main fear, my main focus is still City, and it might be disrespectful, and I guess I just need to accept that I'm being disrespectful towards Aston Villa, but there's something about it. I just have a feeling that they will tail off, and I just don't think City will. I think it's quite simple. I think, with 14 games to go, I think if we win 9 of those, I think we'll win the league. I really do, because City, Villa, they will drop points. There's no way United, Chelsea and Liverpool are going to go unbeaten until the end of the season. So I think with this win, it changes the mentality again. It's kind of back into our favour. We just need Tottenham and Brentford, our fellow Londoners, to do us a job. But that's going to be that for this review. Super happy with that performance. And now we just hate watch everyone else and hope they drop points. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.